My name is Vivek Slaria. I work with OneRx, which is a clinical AI evidence platform that we are building up for doctors, right? We are running 5G hospitals. We are having some of the best IoT connected devices. We are having some of the best networks which are available to us. However, a 5G hospital is running practically on a 2D evidence framework. How long does it take for a new clinical evidence or research to become standard medical practice in India? Very amazing data. This comes in from a certain set of studies, 20 years or more, right? That is how long it takes for new evidences to become medical practices. In tier 2 and tier 3 cities, how do doctors get to know about newer drugs or procedures? 58% of non-metro clinicians say they get their information around new drugs or procedures through WhatsApp forwards from their own. How many new medical research papers get published every day globally? As per our very famous PubMed, approximately 10,000 new research papers get published globally every single day. I had a problem. And this was a personal problem that happened in around March this year. My father was diagnosed with metastatic melanoma. Okay, and for those of you who in the medical space, you'd know what this is about. He had a panel of doctors. He had a very good panel of doctors that was working with him. But when those doctors had to really get some data around drug dosage, around balancing it, especially given a couple of other complications, what did they end up doing? They had their own knowledge, which they had, but to double verify it or to see it elsewhere, they went to Google search, they got an Australian website, and they went through it. And this particular image of a very senior doctor doing Google search to get to something and then apply it to a patient was an image that stayed with me the rest of my life. And it still stays with me when I look at the way we are helping our healthcare warriors be abreast with the latest out there. I started researching a lot more about it, and that became my passion for quite a few months. And I discovered we have a problem. This is where we started building up OneRx. We're a clinical evidence AI platform. We are built for doctors only. We are not a diagnosis platform, so we're not available to regular people, right? Doctors, I personally believe, and the healthcare professionals, I personally believe, are still the anchor for the right treatment going out to the patients. So it's a for doctors evidence AI platform. It is built on trusted sources. So published medical journals across the world are something that we are picking up. And we are building this for India, which means that guidelines from government and so on that are India specific start getting reflected over here for doctors to be able to understand and start following, elevate themselves, improve themselves on. A common question that I get, so Vivek, why can't ChatGPT do this as it is, right? We have a lot of ChatGPT experts. By God's grace, a lot of doctors started using ChatGPT, but there are differences. I think around these axes, the vertical axis is whether it's medically trained or whether it is generally trained, and on the horizontal axis is whether it's open knowledge or trusted knowledge. Now, any open platform like a ChatGPT or Copilot, Gemini, whatever you have, will have a lot of data being pulled in. These can be verified sources, these can be unverified sources, right? And they start presenting this to the doctor or to anybody who tries to search with them with 100% confidence. Try doing anything on ChatGPT and it presents to you as if that is the truth, but actually that might not really be the truth. What we are doing is working on medically trusted data and with the right knowledge that is relevant to our country and building this particular platform. The algorithms are built in a way that they surface what is more credible over elements which are a lot less credible, allowing us better inputs and insights for the doctors. Right. Just to pick up one particular element, I will not get very deep into it, is the ontology. The way a drug is named in one country is very different from the way it is mentioned across the board, right? There are different names, generic names, brand names, and there are different research elements which are coming in. How do you unite this into a single map? Be able to infer meaningful outcomes from it and present to a doctor. Regulatory, safety, real-world data in some cases, platforms like RxNorm, so on and so forth, in order to build the right lexicon and an ontology that an AI platform can meaningfully give information to a user. What we bring to the table is the complete AI tech, its infrastructure and resources. We want to make sure that we know exactly what the doctors need. And that's what we are focusing upon. We want to build the next infrastructure layer of evidence infrastructure layer of this particular country. I am in this forum to invite people who are looking to co-build this with us.